The best U.S. ground vehicles you should try. Part 3. Support this video with a like and share it with a friend. And I'm starting. Speaking of U.S. ground vehicles in War Thunder, how can you not mention the M56? This little bastard is packing some serious firepower. I'm amazed the American engineers managed to fit a 90mm M54 gun into this tiny flea. That gun can fire AP rounds and heat rounds that penetrate up to 320mm of armor. On top of that, it reloads in only 6.5 seconds, and its gun depression goes all the way to -10 degrees down, which is very, very handy. And if you deck this box out with some bushes, the M56 basically turns into a lethal bush that can do a lot. Just don't forget to keep an eye on the sky. You know what I mean? Planes love to screw this little shit. The M50 Ontos, or as I call it, the Mini MLRS, a wonderful SPG that fits perfectly into a 6.7 BR lineup. The M50 is armed with 6 106mm recoilless rifles that can fire simultaneously. It has HESH shells and heat grenades that penetrate some insane 433mm of armor. So poor King Tigers and Panthers get ripped like foil. Great SPG. I recommend researching it and giving it a go. The T-34, a cool U.S. heavy tank, will secure your 6.7 BR lineup. This tank was meant to replace the morally, and not only morally, outdated M26 Pershing. The T-34 is armed with the 120mm T-53 gun, capable of penetrating 283mm of armor. Thanks to its armor, the T-34 often forgives mistakes. But don't get cocky and think it's impenetrable. It still gets penetrated, oh yes. But if you get caught off guard and someone fires carelessly at you, the T-34 can take that hit. The only thing I don't like personally is that it only uses AP, solid rounds, which sometimes produce few fragments on penetration. APCR and HE rounds on this tank, in my opinion, are mostly useless. But overall, this tank is definitely worth your attention. Highly recommended.